any evidence of it helping with dementia or Alzheimer's. So methylene blue has been studied in Alzheimer's patients, and very interesting study actually. They did 3 doses of methylene blue, 8 milligrams twice a day, 75 milligrams twice a day, and 150 milligrams twice a day. The 8 milligrams twice a day was actually the sham or the placebo part of the trial. But interestingly enough, it was actually the sham or the placebo group that did the best in this study. Why is that? Well, it's because methylene blue at these higher doses, 75 milligrams, 150 milligrams twice daily, is a huge amount of methylene blue. This is up to about 2 milligrams per kilogram or more, actually. And the problem with this higher dose is it may put more stress on the system, especially a brain that already is compromised because of Alzheimer's or mild cognitive impairment. So the 8 milligrams twice daily, they did better. And by the way, why did they do an 8 milligrams twice daily as the sham? They wanted everybody in the study to have blue urine. And as a result of needing that, that's why they did the 8 milligrams twice daily as their sham control. There's a very interesting body of literature as well, where methylene blue might help with amyloid plaques. And of course, we now know that the amyloid plaque hypothesis is bunk because all the research was forged back in the early 2000s. But we do know that amyloid is there. And the question is, why is the amyloid there? And what I think methylene blue is doing in this capacity is decreasing inflammation in the brain, which is obviously really, really important. But it also may be working as an anti-infective in the brain too. And what we think amyloid is often being released for or produced for is because of inflammation or infection. So I do see a potential benefit overall, despite the amyloid hypothesis not being a thing anymore. So if you have somebody in your family with mild cognitive impairment, with Alzheimer's, you potentially could consider using methylene blue. If they do have a medical condition or a medical diagnosis, it's always better to work with a practitioner and not just pick up something from us or anybody else, and make sure you're following them closely, because there are potential interactions with other medications, especially in elderly people that tend to be on, I think the average is about 5 medications or more after the age of 60 years old. The major thing you have to think about here is if they're on SSRIs or SNRIs. These medications also increase serotonin and norepinephrine, and methylene blue does the same. When we first started the company in 2020, we had a lady in the mid-20s buy our product, buy our Just Blue. And she gave it to her grandmother with mild cognitive impairment. Her grandmother started telling stories that nobody in her family had heard ever. They gathered around her, she was animated, she was telling stories, and this lady who had bought the product reached out and she was crying, so happy that this had helped her. So methylene blue has fantastic power to help with cognitive function. And we know this from stories like that and from studies as well.